Hi there, everyone. Right, well, today I'm in the greenhouse and I've got all my tulips and daffodils potted up. So my workbenches are freed up now and I can start bringing in all the seedlings that I've been growing from seed. And they're in the conservatory at the moment. You can't get moved in there. Done a bit of research because this greenhouse isn't heated, but it's really mild when I walk in, even though outside it's covered in snow. Just show you out the door, show you how cold and snowy it is. Very beautiful. Monty's up there somewhere up the garden. Oh, there he is. So yes, I've researched it and it said that the seedlings will be fine in the unheated greenhouse. I've sort of grown them in a very sort of tough way to start with. So I didn't put them on a heated mat to germinate them or anything like that. They just germinated on the windowsills, around the house. Got them everywhere, the kitchen, the laundry, the conservatory. And then they all went onto the carpet in the conservatory. And then I put them on the floor in the conservatory. So they've gradually made the transition, getting sort of less and less cosseted, shall we say. And now I've moved them into the side conservatory, which is absolutely, well, it's not freezing, but it's very, very cold. And they still look really healthy. So I think their transition, they won't be shocked, hopefully, too shocked coming into here, because this does feel as warm as my conservatory. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to fill up the benches. I'm going to fill up all of my shelves. And I've also put a link in the description to my white garden videos, because all the plants that are coming into this greenhouse will be white. I think I've got verbascum, I've got Amimajus, I've got white foxgloves, I've got 2 different types of white antirrhinums, because I am creating a white garden in the back garden. So I hope you enjoy. So I have lots of these nice big plastic drip trays here. This just makes it easier when you are watering lots of different trays of seeds. Right. Right, so I'll show you what we've got in here. I hope the light's okay. So these are all Ami Majors. I recognise those. And what I have to do now is, now that they're in the greenhouse, if you can see, some of the soil is nice and moist, and others you can tell it sort of goes a bit dry on the top, and I have to keep an eye on that. So don't water everything, only water the ones that need a drink, because what you don't want is to have their roots sitting in soggy soil and then it freezes, because that could kill them. So more Ami Majors here. These little ones here, these are the Bascom Snowy Spires. More the Bascom. These are Antirrhinum White Admiral in this half, the teeny ones, and the bigger ones are Antirrhinum Apple Blossom. And more Antirrhinum Apple Blossom there. Ami Majors. And then down here, I haven't put a label in these because I recognize these. You can see they're tiny baby leaves. They're very distinctly a lupin. So these are white lupins. This one is half white lupins and half Ami Majors. See, it looks dry, but you do the finger test and it's still quite moist there. Now, what have we got in these trays? Oh, now recognize these. These are white foxgloves. And just as soon as they're ready for pricking out of their seed trays, I've been pricking them out and putting them in these modules. More Antirrhinum Apple Blossom. For anyone who hasn't grown seeds before, you can get 2 packets of the same seed, and one will come on much faster than the other. I don't know whether it's how fresh the seed is or what the reason for it is. Maybe it's the position that you put them in. Right, what's this over here? Apple Blossom. I have lots of antirrhinums to share around with my sisters and neighbours. And these are Ami Majors as well. So those are my benches full, and I am actually delighted that I haven't had to fill up these little shelves yet, because obviously these will all go dormant, and they'll just stop growing, and I just have to keep them healthy. But then next year, when the temperatures rise in the spring, they'll start growing and they'll demand to be put into 9-centimeter pots. So that's when all of these little shelves will come into play. Obviously, we're covered in snow up here on the glass, but when the snow melts, these modules here will get lots of light as well. Oh, and I'm trying these out for the first time as well. So they're tiny little bags, and you put your soil in, and they are biodegradable. So you just supposedly pick the bag out and pop that in the soil. But my feeling is that I'll probably cut down the bag and put the little plug in the soil, because I've bought plants, I presume you have as well. You buy them in a pot, you get them home, and then you come to take them out the pot and you realize that they're in one of these bags in the middle and they've never actually grown out of that bag. So that's it. All my little seedlings are in. I have kept the leftover seeds that are still, some of them have just germinated in the seed trays. I've kept them in the conservatory. And what happens when I think I've got everything germinated, then I cover those seed trays up with a cloche, and just sometimes I put them on a heated mat, other times I just leave them on a nice sunny windowsill, and you never know, you get a few more germinating as well. So please keep your fingers crossed that all these little plants survive. and I'll keep you updated. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.